Okay. So I've been up since 6 a.m. My seizure cluster happened about a little after 7:30, and then I got hit with another one about 10 to 15 minutes later. It was just two, but oh my god, the damn hotel lights. Of course, they're brighter at night, so it just hit my eye the wrong way. I looked at it the wrong way, just sitting outside looking at the view, talking with Babe, and it just took me down. We got up to start walking back towards the apartment, and that weird wave of nausea, and I can't explain it. If you've ever had anesthesia or a strong sedative in the hospital, that wave that comes over your body, that's what it feels like. It's hard to explain unless you've experienced it. But anyway, I could feel it coming on. I started getting really wobbly, and I was trying to tell him that it was coming, but he's so aware of like my actions and when I'm not responding or if I just stop talking suddenly, and he jumps on it right away. So we were standing and he helped me up while I was passing. But this time was very scary because I stopped breathing. And I didn't realize I stopped breathing until I was choking and gasping to catch my breath or whatnot. Kind of like, I guess, when people have sleep apnea and they have that long pause and then they're gasping for air. So that kind of freaked me out a little bit. The second one that hit, same thing, but I actually had the typical convulsions. I felt my face tingling and twitching, and the right side of my body locked up for a little bit. It was brief, but it was just scary feeling your joints and your muscles and your limbs just, locking up uncontrollably. And even though I'm aware, I still have what they call conscious impairment. So I'm conscious, but like I said, it's like a drunken stupor. And for a minute, I felt myself about to cry and be embarrassed, like, oh my God, this is happening again. I have no control over my body. But having Babe there and him being so calm kind of helped my anxiety while I was letting the seizure pass over. But this one was a really severe one. I didn't lose bowel or bladder control, or I didn't have the extreme nausea. Well, yes, I did. I did have the extreme nausea. I didn't have the projectile vomiting. And afterwards, my head was spinning so bad and hurting so bad. The best way I can describe the headaches is like when you accidentally snort water up your nose when you're swimming, and that burning tingling that you get in the back of your head. That's how the headaches feel. I have my eyes closed now, by the way, because my head is still spinning. Not as Nowhere near as bad as it was last night, but it takes a toll on you. This one took me out. I'm really going to need all weekend to recuperate. Coincidentally, or not, I was ovulating according to my menstrual calendar. So I just think the combination of the hormones, being exhausted from work with the switch up from the 2 days that I work the mornings, just little things like that will really throw you off. And then, of course, the lights, we already know, instant trigger. I'm going to have to find some cute Ray Charles to wear like 24/7 because I typically only wear them when I'm out and when I'm at work. I don't wear them when I'm at home. But I see that that may be a necessity. So I'm not beating myself up. I'm so proud of myself of how I'm handling this. Perspective is everything. Like, and I'm learning as I go. Like, this diagnosis is less than 2 months old. So it's going to be a lifelong process of constant adjustments and accommodations, but nothing I can't handle, nothing that I feel like is going to defeat me. I'm just so out of it. I'm not in any physical pain. Like, the, well, my muscles that jerked up and spasm, they're a little sore, but nothing crazy. And thank God my Behcet's and Crohn's and whatever else on the list that used to be giving me hell is not giving me hell right now. My flare ups, I really haven't had any. Like, I was concerned that when I bit up the side of my cheek that they would turn into ulcers. And actually it's healed up with no problems at all. So something is working. This regimen is working. It just has to be tweaked every now and then. But it's so exhausting, and I guess that may explain why I was having the emotional dips this past week. So now the scary part is like never knowing if the auras or those warning signs are just going to stay auras or if they're going to progress into a partial seizure. And if that partial seizure is going to be severe and turn into a generalized one, which is what I think happened last night. And seizures, it's a whole new world. It's a spectrum of different types of seizures and whatnot. Like, for all I know, I could be having little mini seizures this whole time and just didn't know how to classify it. Like, when I daze out and forget my train of thought, or the incoherent speech, like I'll be talking and I'll be thinking one thing or trying to convey one thought and the words just don't come up, or they come out jumbled. It's an interesting experience. It is scary, it's frightening. Like I said, especially with the whole breathing thing. Because even after I came out of it, I still was having trouble breathing. And of course, that always raises concerns living alone and not having someone watching over you 24/7 or whatnot. And these are all things that I have to factor in and consider while trying to maintain my independence and quality of life. But it doesn't depress me anymore. Like, I don't feel like I'm defeated or a failure or something's wrong with me. It just comes with the package of being me. So I like the outlook that I have. And a sense of humor too. Like, that helps a lot. I joke about a lot of things. And before, I guess it was to kind of downplay what was going on. But now I joke about it because that's just my personality. Like, if I go down, I'm gonna go down fighting and talking shit. That's just me. But yeah, I'm just, yeah, gonna take it easy. I take my meds in about an hour. I really want to follow up with the neurologist ASAP because I'm experiencing all these things and I have questions and I just want to make sure everything's okay and I'm not overlooking anything or not taking something serious that I should be. And then as a medical professional, it's good to know what's going on, but at the same time, you know all the possible things that could go wrong and then you start freaking yourself out. So that's where I'm at. And of course, ideally, you have health insurance, you see the provider, you pay, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. But we know this world is far from ideal. And a $400 appointment is just not in the budget right now. So I'm just going to hold off as long as I can until I can follow up. Baby steps, it'll all come together. I just want to make sure I'm okay in the meantime. Like, I feel my heart doing these weird palpitations now, and I'm still kind of having trouble breathing. Like, I have to sit up, I have to take deep breaths, I have to consciously breathe. But it's just easy. Like, you don't have to think about it. But I will feel myself not breathing. That is really some scary shit. See, even that kind of hurt. It's just weird. It is so weird. But I just wanted to check in and catch this in the moment. Like I said, I never want my shit to be scripted and whatnot. I want you to see what it is when it's happening. So, yeah, I'm shaking too. I feel myself trembling. Yeah, I'm just completely losing my train of thought. I can't even focus my heart down. The spots, I see those all the time, but they'll get progressively worse. I'll see little flashes of like, it'll like